All right, guys, welcome back to Flying Dirty. So today, our topic is going to be a day in the life of a private pilot. That's right, guys.
5-6 for Roger, and I'm observing you.
This is my life right here, being a private pilot. So what do you think about being a private pilot, son?
It's convenient.
Very convenient it is, I agree. So, you know, why fly commercial when you can fly yourself? Especially nowadays. All I keep hearing is all the cancellations and struggles and frustrations that passengers are going through nowadays. And a lot of times these airlines are blaming weather, but let me tell you something. I've worked for airlines, and let me tell you, this is unheard of. To have so many airlines canceling, and then most of them, they blame weather, but it's not weather, okay? It's other reasons, but of course they're not going to tell you the real reason. You know, we have a shortage of employees nowadays throughout the nation, which is beyond ridiculous. Can't find workers nowadays. And if you do find workers, you can't find one that's worth a crap. In most cases, that is. There's still a few exceptions out there. But that's the thing is, they're struggling with employees. ATS is struggling with employees. I mean, it's getting really bad. How far is this going to go? I don't know, guys, but I surely don't like to be waiting on those long lines, especially going to security and then going to the airport, wasting my time, only to find out that my flight has been canceled.
Right, Roger.
So flying yourself is very convenient, like Javier said. You pretty much get to do your own planning and all that good stuff. Right now, our flight plan, let me pull that up. So we took off out of Kentucky, and then we made our way on to our route. We are on an IFR flight plan. We had to, because taking off, we had a lot of fog where the visibility initially was 1/4 of a mile, low ceilings under 200.
The airport's now 10 o'clock, 6 miles.
And we didn't want to take off in those conditions. You legally could, but the thing is, if you have an emergency and you need to return back to the runway, good luck with that. So you want to make sure that, you know, when you take off, it's smart to take off whenever there's good visibility, where you can at least do an approach back to the runway if you need to. But that's what we did. We waited it out, and when things got better, we took off. You know, we as private pilots and as in general aviation, you have more of a leadway than you do commercial, because, you know, believe it or not, being in general aviation, in instrument conditions, you can take off with zero visibility if you are brave enough to do that. Not sure why you would want to do that, but you could if you wanted to. And again, this is the life of a private pilot. And anytime I fly for business, you know, it's also pleasure. But that's the life, and this is why it is very convenient to have your own air transportation. But the thing that I notice is that a lot of people are still buying properties out in the country for homesteading and to get away from the city. So that's what we did, and that's what a lot of other people are doing. But it's pretty sweet to be able to fly on your own. Now, in most cases, even in the Cherokee 6, I will beat an airliner. So, for example, even going back to Denver, which will probably take us about a total of 8 hours. So far, we're doing pretty good on headwinds. We're not getting that much of a headwind. 3 mile an hour is what it shows right now, which is not bad at all.
0260.
But 8 hours, it'll take us from Eastern Kentucky all the way to Denver. So yeah, so this is the life of a private pilot, guys. One of the best things I ever did was to purchase an airplane. What do you think, son? How do you feel about us having airplanes?
I don't like it at all. Joking.
You don't like it at all, son?
No, I like it. It's fun.
It's fun? You prefer to drive then instead?
No.
It would be 18 hours if we drove.
No.
So, as I was saying, you could actually beat an airliner, usually almost every time, because if it takes you 8 hours to get from Eastern Kentucky to Denver, and with one stop of fuel, you can add another 30 minutes to that, so let's make it about 8.5 hours. In the Saratoga, we probably would make it back in about 6.5 to 7 hours, depending on the altitude and the winds aloft. So in the Saratoga, I could practically beat an airliner almost every time. But in the Cherokee 6, it kind of depends. One thing is that we're in Eastern Kentucky, and
Lima Bravo, turn 15
the airline that I fly, which I'm not going to give them any props, they do not fly to Lexington, which is the closest airport, okay, to where I'm at, around this area in Eastern Kentucky. So the cool thing about general aviation is that you have airports all over the place. Look, you got an airport there, you got another one there, you've got another one here. You know, you've got airports everywhere. Then there's another airport there. You've got so many choices. So that's one reason that I would definitely beat an airline, because let's say, for example, if I was to fly commercial, and let's say that the airline that I flew actually flew into Lexington, that means I would still have to rent a car or have a car and drive all the way out there, which would probably be about another hour-and-a-half drive or so. So you can add and tag another hour-and-a-half drive to your commute, okay? Then by the time you get the rental car, by the time you get your luggage, by the time you check in, by the time you board the airplane, by the time you get off the airplane, you know, 8 hours will pass on by really quick. But let's say you know, by the time you get in the air, it's 3.5. But then let's count, you got to be there about an hour. In some cases, like in Denver, you want to be there 2 hours before, because you're not going to make it to the airplane with those long lines they have in Denver. So you want to get there 2 hours before. So let's do that. Let's do the math. So you got 2 hours added to the 3. That's already 5 hours. Then by the time you board the airplane, and by the time
contact Louisville approach 134.15.
134.15, 3620 Whiskey. Have a great day.
Louisville approach, this is November 3620 Whiskey at 8,000.
3620 Whiskey, low approach, customer 3002.
3002, 3620 Whiskey.
So there you have it, guys. Even though I was talking, boy, when I hear that 20 Whiskey, my ears, it's like an alert. It's like a doom, doom, doom. So I stopped talking. So that's the thing also about being a pilot, is you learn how to multitask, okay? And you can talk, but you can listen at the same time. Can't explain to you how that works, but you can actually do that. It's pretty awesome. So anyway, guys, so yeah, you'll beat an airline. It's no doubt about it. So again, we're already up to 5 hours. Then by the time you taxi and board the airplane, you can add, I'm going to be very generous here, but let's add another hour. So that's 6 hours, okay? By the time you land and you get your luggage, sometimes depending on the airport, it can be anywhere from 30 minutes to, I've seen 45 minutes to an hour sometimes. But let's be generous again, and let's do 30 minutes by the time you walk from the gate to get your luggage. So that's 6 hours and a half. By the time you get in the line to get your car, you can probably add about another, let's be generous again, let's do another 30 minutes. That's 7 hours. Okay, by the time you walk up to your car, which in some cases is remote, sometimes you can just walk to the parking garage and get the car. But let's just add about another 30 minutes by the time you pack everything and get your car and go. So that's what, 7 hours and a half, right? And then let's say by the time that you get in that car, and in this case, you drive from Lexington all the way to your destination, another hour and a half. There you just blew over 8 hours and a half right there. You're at 9 hours now. While I'm already flying, you're just getting ready to go. Okay, and that's where the benefits come in when you fly. Not only that, like I said, flying yourself, you can practically fly and land anywhere you want. So it's very beneficial, you know. I just prefer to fly myself. You flew commercial before. Do you like it?
The only perk is that I get snacks.
But you get snacks here. We got better snacks. All you get is peanuts. We can choose whatever we want to snack.
Drinks though, they have more options.
Yeah, but they got a lot of junk.
True.
So here we got Gatorade. They don't have Gatorade, do they? No.
Water.
They have soda and water and coffee. And don't drink the coffee in the airlines. I'll warn you. They don't ever clean those coffee makers, okay? Don't ever drink that coffee. But anyway, guys, yeah, this is the life of a pilot, man. It's pretty awesome up here. So just like that, we departed Kentucky, and we're already in Indiana. We're not doing so bad. You know, we're doing 144 miles an hour on this Cherokee 6. And we've got 4 mile an hour headwind.
Number 75 Yankee Squawk 4525.
Not so shabby on the Cherokee 6. And the Saratoga, we probably would be doing about 170 or so right now.
2691, contact Indy Center.
Going back with a headwind. But whenever you get a tailwind on that Saratoga, boy, it always pushes like over 200 miles an hour, which is pretty cool.
To the east, you can radar service terminated, Squawk VFR. And
so anyway, guys, that's the life of a pilot. If you've been thinking about buying an airplane, I think you should. You know, I know a lot of people are sort of hesitant about these times we're in. But if you ask me, it's always a good time to buy an airplane, especially nowadays, because I don't know what's going to happen with commercial airlines nowadays. You know, again, with all these cancellations going on, yeah, it's not good times for traveling right now. A lot of people are feeling the pressure and are very frustrated flying airlines. So I don't know, guys. To me, like I said, it's been very well worth the ride and the journey. And I love aviation, and it's been great for me and my family. So that's my life as a pilot, guys. So, guys, anyway, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you for watching the channel. And thank you, guys. We're approaching 10,000 subscribers. So subscribe to the channel if you like aviation, because I'll be frank with you, I always think about not doing videos because they take a lot of time. But it is you guys that motivate me doing these videos. So if you like watching these videos, subscribe, give me some likes, make sure you comment, and just keep me motivated so that I can continue making these videos for you. I enjoy making them, and the reason why is because I get to help you guys make decisions. And a lot of people have watched me, and they say that they've gotten their pilot's license and airplanes because of me, and that really triggers my motivation like you wouldn't believe. So let's get to 10,000 subscribers here as soon as possible, and that'll surely motivate me. So guys, thank you very much.
1588, contact Bowman Tower.
We'll catch you on the next one, so take care, stay safe, and have a great day.